So you can see the smoke ring in there. And then it's going to be sweet. And with the spices we put in the rub, it'll be a little savory. You can see that's just perfect. Hi, welcome back to Salt Crate Farms. Today we're going to do my rub that I use on ribs and pork butt. The kid's graduated from high school. He requested ribs for his dinner, and so we're going to do that. I already started on the rub. I use brown sugar, bunch of it, and I don't measure this, so you just kind of have to do it by feel. I typically don't cook by measurements. This is something I made up. My daughter is allergic to bell peppers, which every freaking thing has it in it. So I have to kind of make things from scratch. And so this is one that we made and they love it. Lots of brown sugar, and I use dark brown sugar. Good amount of chili powder, lots of garlic, onion powder, and then I put a bunch of black pepper in there, and then I just use a whisk or a fork and I just mix it up till it's nice and incorporated. So on the side that has closest to the bone, there's a lot of fat, but there's not a lot of meat. I just kind of use a good amount, but not a ton. And these are the St. Louis ribs versus the baby backs. They're straighter, they're easier to cook, they cook more evenly, and if they have a lot more meat on them too. The baby backs are just a cut down version of this. And I flip it. And this is the side with most of the meat and the fat. Well, there's a lot of fat on the other stuff, but this is the side I cook up because I want all this good sugar and spices to work its way down through the meat. And I just put a liberal amount on this top layer, a lot, you know, get a nice thick layer. And you can wrap this in foil or cellophane and let it sit in the fridge for a little bit. I've actually found that doesn't make a difference on taste for me or tenderness or anything like that, but there's however you do your barbecue, then just do it that way. So we're gonna put this on the grill. I have a couple other ones on there already. See that they're already starting to really get some good caramelization, and that'll sit there and just soak right in. Takes about 3 hours. Those have only been on there for like 20 minutes. You can already see it doing its work. And a lot of this, the reason I do a lot of the sugar just melts right off. So a lot of that sugar will just melt right off down onto the drip pan, so that's why I use so much. But it does give it a nice spice and flavor profile where it's not hard and burnt, it's not saucy, and the kids just love it because it's really easy to eat, and they make really good rib sandwiches too when you for leftovers. So they've been on about an hour. We got about 2 hours left. You can see that the rub is starting to melt and work its way through the meat. Okay, they're up to temp, and we're going to get ready to pull them off here in a little bit. Look how beautiful they are. You can see they're not, you don't get that burned crust that you do on a lot of the sauces. Nice red, just looks so good. So we're gonna pull these off. We're gonna let them cool for a little bit, and I'll show you the inside. All right, right, the ribs have been off the grill and rested for a few minutes. I'm gonna cut into them and show you. They're still pretty hot. So you can see this is actually a thinner one, but you can see a little bit of smoke, not a ton. But you get this nice candy, almost like it's a sweet, but it's savory too. So you can see that little bit of smoke ring, and you get, just pulls right off the bone. These are good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.